SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. We're at our third day straight inside the church, and it may only be leading to the fourth. I'm not sure how long these white checks are going to take, provided, I even succeeded them. But I've taken the liberty of putting on my conceptualization clothing, such as it is. We now have a conceptualization score of, let me check, 9. That seems pretty good, huh? That's about as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid. So, I believe I had to talk to Noid for the conceptualization ones, right?
Yo, man.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
What is on my mind? So, the mega long... The mega long-wave radio antenna, we're at a 92%, equated with local landmarks, I see. Meanwhile, the hardcore aesthetic, we're also at 92%. That's interesting. Oh, I see, because I've got a +3 to this one from various plot beats, and this one I have only a +1, and thus they're both 92%. But that seems really likely I'm going to succeed on both of them, yeah? I would think so, anyway. And I want to start over here because I have a decent chance of succeeding, and that'll probably kill some time, which will give me some time to think about whether or not Egghead is Arno Van Eyck, and then we can deal with that end of things at the same time. Well, not the same time, but you get where I'm coming from. Let's start out with internalizing the hardcore aesthetic, yeah? I'm guessing this is going to lead to a thought, but we'll see what happens, okay? Okay. Here we go.
Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it.
Okay, so we've got dedicated, hyperactive, and unified is what we have to define hardcore at the moment, and we need to add something to that. Well, what are options? See the sunshine. We ain't stopping. Keep on dancing till the world ends. I mean, that's very Apocalypse Cop. Well, I guess it's kind of like a cross between Apocalypse Cop and... I guess it's just kind of hairy, isn't it? Keep on dancing until the world ends? I mean, I guess you can play them all sorts of different ways, but it seems like that's very in character. You know it feels unfair. There's a party everywhere. I don't seem to have anything to add to the core. Well, I mean, I feel like we should take the enthusiastic one, yeah? I mean, it's very Egghead. You know it feels unfair. There's a party everywhere. Why would it be unfair that there's a party everywhere? Well, keep on dancing till the world ends was definitely what I was going for last time, so I think I'm going to just continue with that particular angle on things, okay? Let's see how it goes.
If you fear it, let it happen. Keep on dancing till the world ends.
Well, there you go. If you fear it, let it happen. Hardcore aesthetic, and indeed that was a thought. Okay, cool. Well, then let's go on to come up with a site for the mega long wave radio antenna, which is what I need in order to take up the responsibility, right? I think so. Oh, hey, and I've got hardcore aesthetics now, so I got a 97% chance of success. Look at that. Let's just not critically fail and we'll be fine.
Close your eyes. Unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags.
Okay, sounds good. Continue.
The wind pushes a piece of tear across the cracked tiles. From the north comes the malicious laughter of 2 children.
Can't imagine who that would be. Malicious laughter. I also know the wind does not push a piece of tear across the cracked tiles on account of I have collected and sold all the tear that exists. Thank you very much. Turn to face the bay, the apartments, and the traffic circle. Well, let's start with the bay.
Your eye follows the tiles west. You see a bench and a few twisted, pitiful trees. Then, just water.
Not much to work with over there, huh? Wait a second. Everything went dark, yet Angus is still over here dancing in the corner. Look at that. Well, okay. Continue.
From behind you, a low, spectral voice whispers, "Nay."
I'm guessing that they're going to put the correct option third so that you can look at all of them without penalty, but let's... Yeah, I think that's going to be what I'm going to do. Turn to face the apartments. Because, I mean, what are you going to do with the apartments? Put it on top of them? I don't think so.
Beyond the unkempt backyard rises a monstrous assemblage of concrete, plaster, and corrugated sheet metal.
Continue.
The voice again, more urgent now. Nay.
Right, continue.
Just a moment. That voice isn't human, and it's not saying nay. It's saying nay.
Inland Emperor, are you okay? Why are you telling me that I'm being spoken to by a horse? as I try to imagine where to put this antenna. Would you care to elaborate? Turn to face the traffic circle.
You turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow, and a great shadow materializes before you. A towering beast, frozen in mid-air.
That's what it meant. It's the horse of from the statue of Philippe III. That's what you meant by nay. Okay, gotcha. Well, fine, go for it.
Centaur Man is made of metal. With the right gear, we could make it work.
I don't have gear, but I do have $100. That's probably enough to get some gear, right? Continue.
Yeah! Connect the Centaur to the lorries.
The
You make
lorries?
the whole roundabout in hardcore way.
We're actually going to use the stranded vehicles as the antenna? That's kind of brilliant. Continue.
Huh? Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables to rig up the stalled motor lorries and increase the wavelength.
That's exactly what it sounds like he's saying. Continue.
Effectively transforming the entire roundabout into a single fractal antenna.
That was a legendary success just out of nowhere. Look at that. Huh. Sounds like madness, but I think it could work.
One roundabout, one wavelength. Hardcore!
Extremely hardcore. About time, those other antennas were cramping my style. We shall call it the Herald of Destruction. That's a very big antenna. Superstar Cop, or is that the term for it? Yes, I think so. And then that's Apocalypse Cop. And that's just an observation that is true, and I kind of want to go with it.
Probably the biggest antenna in all of Revachol West.
He seems very pleased with himself, despite the fact that he didn't actually come up with any part of it. I came up with the statue, and Egg came up with the vehicles. Well, whatever, that's fine. That's fine, Noid. You can get in on this. Continue.
We have the amps. We have the cables. We're almost ready. Yeah!
I guess we do. Continue.
He's right. All we're missing now is the transceiver itself. Soon as you find one, we'll be all set.
A transceiver. Where am I supposed to find a radio transceiver? Or a radio transceiver? Cool. I got this. I've seen plenty of those lying around. That sounds like either false confidence or sarcasm, and I can't tell which. I'm going with where do I get one, Noid? You probably know.
I don't know. Buy one? Steal one? I don't know your cop ways.
Great, cool. Thanks, Noid. Continue.
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my kinema.
I mean, I kind of didn't figure so, but fair enough. You know what, Kim? I'll find an even better radio on my own. Point to Egghead. Doesn't he have something we could use? Do radio computers have transceivers in them? I think I saw a radio in that office near the harbor. Do you think the pawn shop will have one? All right, I guess I need to find one of these transceivers then. I probably won't find it on my own. I'm probably going to bring you along with me because that's how I am, but, do we want to start here? I may not be able to respond to him afterwards. It's just being snarky. but then he was being snarky first. We can snark back.
I highly doubt that. When I crank the volume on my Dino Wave, it's like you're in the front row at the National Concert Hall.
I didn't know Speed Freaks FM had a concert series. All right, Kim, challenge accepted. On second thought, this is childish. I'm just going to look for a regular radio. I got to make the reference to Speed Freaks.
Joke all you want, detective. Whatever radio you manage to scrounge up won't lay a finger on my setup.
All right, Kim, challenge accepted.
A cop-on-cop challenge. Not bad. Let's see what you come up with. Though I have to say, cop cars and lorries usually pack the best equipment in town.
So I'm screwed is what you're saying. Great. Well, maybe I can salvage one out of my old vehicle? I don't know. It's probably not working, huh? Point to Egghead. Doesn't he have something we could use?
Can't do it. We just got this place set up. Can't go risking Egg's most important equipment.
No, that's fair. Do radio computers have transceivers in them?
Yeah, probably. Thing is, you'd have to be an engineer to get it out.
Right.
I'd stick with regular radios if I were you.
But that's no way to win against Kim. I think I saw a radio in that office near the harbor, apparently.
Some equipment from Harbour could work. Worth the legwork at least.
What office near the harbor? Are we talking about Everart's office? I wonder if we are. Do you think the pawn shop will have one?
Maybe. If you want to pay money like some kind of money lord, yeah, pawn shop could have one.
So disdainful. I have $100. I'm not using it for anything else. Well, maybe that's the boring option. All right, I guess I need to find one of these transceivers then. Conclude.
While you're gone, me and Egg will get the rest of the gear together. Meet us back here when you got it.
And that is indeed approaching taking on the responsibility. Got it. Well, thanks, Noid. Okay. And this updated. Find a working transceiver and return to the church. Okay, got it. Sounds good. Funny how I didn't need Sona's help in the first place. I wonder if I would have talked to her first, she would have been like, I don't know. Why don't you talk to one of these kids? They got equipment. Probably something like that. Okay, so we've taken care of the conceptualization checks. No problem. Easy peasy. Now, yours was a reaction speed check, right? Let me just have a look. Catching the silver bird.
Welcome back.
Right. Not high chances of succeeding at that one. Plus, one of the only reaction speed garments I've ever had is that hat that I gave you, and I think you're still wearing, even though your picture does not represent as much. How's the dance check coming there, Angus?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Hey, it's getting better. Aesthetic of hypnotic music, higher quality audio, Dance Fever incoming, found the melody. I guess I just got a +1 from higher quality audio. Oh, wait a second, I got a thought, didn't I? And I didn't look at it. Goodbye. All right, let's have a look here. Hardcore aesthetic. Temporary research bonus, -2 interfacing. Fuck grammar! Research time, 1 hour and 50 minutes. Not only have you internalized the hardcore aesthetic, you've also contributed to it. How hardcore could you possibly become? Low-core people come around to you to correct your typos. It's hardcore here, hardcore there, hard-or-core in the third instance. What's going on? These aren't typos, man. That's how core hardness works. If you don't know hardcore from our happy hardcore, what the fuck are we even talking about? I don't even really understand what's going on with this. And that's fine. It's fine. It's great. Okay. -2 interfacing for 2 hours. Got it. Well, I don't have a spot open at the moment. And I haven't gained any experience despite my successes, so that's fine. -2 interfacing. Wait a second, what's the Arno van Eyck one giving me? +1 interfacing. And wasn't there an interfacing check I needed to make somewhere around here? 39 minutes remaining. I better find it and work on it. Was it Egg? Egg, was yours the interfacing check? Let me see.
Good morning!
Yes.
Yeah! Hardcore!
Okay. I see. And my only interfacing gear is the gloves, right? Well, I better probably have a look through and make sure. I was expecting that if I completed that thought, it would help with this particular thought, with that particular white check. But, like, if I finish it, then I no longer have the +1 to interfacing. So even if I did get a bonus, it probably is not going to be exceeded by just trying it now, huh? Okay, well, let me have a look through my equipment and see if I can find more interfacing stuff. I've done this recently, but may as well try again. Yep, I'm pretty sure that the gauntlets I'm wearing are the only source of interfacing I've got. What a shame. All right, in that case, I guess we just gotta try for the 50-50 and hope that it works out. I mean, admittedly, I could spend a skill point on it, but I'll be real hesitant to do that at this point.
Yeah! Hardcore!
The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots. I really want to succeed at this one. It's possible that if I complete the thought that I'm working on, I'll get another chance at this. If I fail, that's all I can think of. All right. What we got?
Sidechain the beat.
Sidechain the beat. Sidechain? What does it even mean?
Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing, either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals.
Alternate between the signals. Which signals? Which ones are we talking about? There's the sound of the Oh, do you mean it alternates between the signals? And by the signals, we mean here the music that's playing right now and the sound of the swallow? And since it's going in between them at a speed that's faster than perception can allow for, you hear both of them at the same time, but you don't suffer the negative effects of listening to the swallow? Maybe? I should probably just hit continue and have it tell me rather than trying to guess.
The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
I see. Okay. Controls the gain. Gotcha, okay. Okay, Egg. You need to start sidechaining it. Explain the concept to him. Sure, let's go for it.
Sidechaining it, you said?
He turns down the music. He actually did. His hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls. Continue.
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide. Wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down, with bliss, in total silence, still listening to his headphones.
Continue.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead, Cop Man? Did you break him?
Estelle looks up from her microphone. I'm not sure. Just wait and see, nodded Egghead. I'm gonna try and maintain a facade of confidence on this one.
Are you ready, pussy?
I certainly hope so. Continue.
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
He definitely didn't. Continue.
I was born ready, Egg.
Give him a thumbs up. Yeah. Oof. The beat has arrived. And there are lasers now. Spontaneous lasers born from the beat. Also, I definitely thought I was giving a thumbs up to Andre just because he was contributing. You're doing great, champ. Keep it up. But no, of course it was towards A. Wow, is it going to be this loud in here all the time now? Probably.
The
there
audio
it is.
assault is glorious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
I feel a little bad that my brain keeps continuously calling the three of these guys speed freaks. I mean, I know they basically are, but also we know them well enough at this point that well, I guess not Andre. We don't know Andre that well. But the other two of these, Egghead and Noid, I feel like we're close enough with them, if you can call it that calling them speed freaks seems a little bit, I don't know, mean. Anyway, continue.
This is beauty! This is life!
I've done it. I've made Van Eyck's jam harder core. Continue.
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together. It's unnatural.
Unnatural, you say? Estelle looks on, amazed at the display. This one is for the Enotic generation! We have tamed the sound, made it our own. The hardcore aesthetic just got more bassy. Where do we want to go with this one? This is Egghead's line. I've frequently been shouting Egghead's lines at him recently. But the whole thing that I was doing with this particular approach was taming the sound, right? That's specifically what I was trying to do. So I think I'm going to go with this one.
God damn it. This dance club idea might just work out.
You hear Andre say to himself over the thumping beat. Never mind that y'all have exactly one song that you play 24 hours, 7 days a week. I'm sure that somebody's into it. Continue.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
Egg's losing himself in the sound. Didn't we name this place? I mean, I guess you can just call it DeLorean Church. It seems like a shame of a waste of a time to drop the title, but whatever, that's fine. Continue.
This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered.
Is it pronounced irrevocably? I always say irrevocably. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Maybe I have been my entire life. I have no idea. Anyway, yes, we've taken the sound of a, data-sucking anomaly beyond perception, and we've made it into dance music. This is the future. Continue.
Who will be the innocence of hardcore melodic dance music?
Don't know that there needs to be one, honestly, Inland Empire. I suspect that Noid would have opinions on this matter. In any case, great. Goodbye, Egghead. Does that make it easier for me to dance? Let's have a look. Probably it does. How much easier is the question.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Okay. +2 for finding the beat. I see. And that's savoir-faire. My savoir-faire ain't great, but it's better than my reaction speed. And that's all that's left in here right now is the savoir-faire and the reaction speed checks, right? I think. Unless, was there something with Sona as well? I don't actually remember. Sona, did you have anything for me to do? Everybody else does.
Yes, what is it?
Dude, the logic check. Right. And I'm real good at logic. Maybe I should start there? The dance seems final, doesn't it? I mean, I did just drop the bass, so maybe it would be appropriate to do it right now, but work in peace for now. All right, I gotta get back into my inventory. Hang on. Wow. Listen to it go. I'm so distracted by the beat that I'm actually forgetting which check I'm trying to do right now. Are we doing savoir-faire or are we doing logic? Let's do logic first. Logic first. Okay. Logic lessons. No. Beepo, thank you. And we got the jacket. Okay, that's all pretty good. Do I have anything working against my logic at the moment? I do not. I do look ridiculous, but, you know, I always look ridiculous, so it's fine. Alright. Alright. Sona. All for backdoor hardcore, apparently. Where did that come from? Is that how you pronounce an O with an N-Y over it? I don't know what that accent is called if it's not an N-Y. It's not an N-Y, that's the N with a squiggly over it. I don't know what the squiggly accent's called, it's fine. Sona.
What is it?
92% chance. It doesn't get much better than that. It does get better than that, but not much. Form a theory on the 2mm hole in the world.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
Have I? Wait, how? Sona, it is the origin point of the Pale. That did cross my mind. When it seemed like it was going to tear the church down and bring everything to an end around us, that did cross my mind. I don't think I formed it into words, but that did actually, yeah. But I'm going to go with wait how, because, you know, the stalling option, always.
These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long-forgotten discussion, behind the kitchen table, in the evening light.
Really? A long-forgotten discussion behind a kitchen table in the evening light. Is this back, like, was this, you know, at home before everything went wrong? Well, no, it seems like everything was wrong for me a long time before this whole crisis came to a peak. But at least I had a home if I had a kitchen table, right? Continue.
Drinking coffee and smoking. With a friend.
With a friend? What friend, I wonder? Sona, it is the origin point of the Pale. I'm not sure what it's doing here, but...
What?
The swallow. It's how it starts. It's baby Pale. I'm worried that you're right. In which case, the Pale is coming here. Soon. Maybe. Great.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
She looks up and there's fear in her eyes as she considers the possibility. No, look up first. We are 20 meters from the very edge. The Pale is only in effect, a transition between the world and that. I mean, that does seem to be the case. I'm sticking with this one. It's very Apocalypse Cop, but it seems appropriate.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
Continue.
You have her full, undivided attention.
I'm sure that I do. Continue.
The lieutenant's, too. He takes his glasses off.
Yeah, he doesn't, but, you know, conceptually he does. The Pale is only in effect, a transition between the world and that.
Then, what is that?
Good question. Do I have an answer?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
It's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this, spread your hands, never was. Never was. It undoes not only the present, but the past as well? It makes it so existence never existed? Go on, me.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient. Simply curdling milk. On its way to become something else. I'm going with the curdling milk one. I know it's not programmy talk, but whatever.
But the milk, it clearly hasn't started curdling yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
One day, when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes, like a cancer or a mold, erupting in points inside the world.
She closes her eyes. Nod. This is one of those places. And it certainly seems to be, doesn't it?
According to this, how long...
She's silent for a second, then she opens her mouth. Until it starts swallowing, it's already started. Starting with sound.
And information, causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
She nods and gets very excited and starts talking a whole lot. I wonder if I have answers to any of these questions. Apparently I came up with this thought in the past, but I don't know how in depth we went. Continue.
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
For the moment, continue.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM...
He explains. And then I interrupt him, apparently. Or at least he trailed off. It didn't form in a church. The church formed around it. Right! They specifically... Noid, specifically. Wait, was it Noid? It was in one of those conversations I had recently. They were talking about the church being built to protect from something they were afraid of. The Swallow. All the failed businesses in the Doom Central area. All the failure in Martinez. I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know. One day all the world will be like that 2mm hole. Conclude. Let's start with the church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
She looks for words. Yes, acting on an instinctual level, or religious practices we've forgotten. Or it can be a coincidence. I mean, that's certainly true, it could be, but it does not seem like it. This whole place is centered around it. Now, it might be that there's some feature of how the church is built that means that it formed in the center, but it doesn't seem likely, right? It seems more likely to be the other way around. So I'm going with the instinctual level thing.
I have considered the same. The bad news is there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement.
There sure were, weren't there? Continue.
Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
It does seem like a possibility, doesn't it? Given that that's way more churches than you need, why would you build that many unless they were all serving this same purpose, containing something they feared? Continue.
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
So small you can't even perceive it. Like a tiny black hole. But not a black hole, because it's nothing. It's ugh. Okay, continuing. All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinez.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even, say, software development?
Just for an example. Can't imagine why you'd bring that up. But yeah, it seems likely, doesn't it? Continue.
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Yeah. Yes, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, a kind of entrepreneuric history. All the failed businesses and ideologies, there's something wrong here. No, we're reaching. People fail on their own. If we just want to poke a hole in her balloon. Entrepreneuric history. This is more of a pattern. Going back to the revolution itself, I mean, like, there are a lot of things you could point to as being the source of that failing. I'm going to go with number 2. Something just wrong in general.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
She shakes her head. I should let people still working in there know about this. They might be affected. No, it's better they don't know. Should I? I mean, it sounds to me like more dialogue, which sounds like more content. So, yeah, let's go tell them.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
No, just the Dice Maker. I don't think Plaisance would survive this knowledge. No, just Plaisance. I don't think Neha is playing fair in this game. Yes, both of them deserve to know. So I have to decide now who I want to tell about this? Plaisance would take it very poorly, for certain. And she's already lost faith in my ability to investigate this sort of thing. But, I mean, I actually did investigate it, whether I meant to or not. I'm going to tell both of them.
Then go tell them.
She smiles, suddenly encouraging. Okay, so we got tasks. Great. I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know, which is in response to Kim, finally, yes?
An amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
It seems likely, doesn't it? Continue.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthropometric scientists.
That does seem to make sense. I suppose I'm not really a professional in that particular regard. All right, one day all the world will be like that 2mm hole. I have no other way I can conclude this particular thought, but that's what we're thinking.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
Continue.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
They're gonna have to get used to the idea sooner or later. Is that the idea? Continue.
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
That is a fair point, but also there seems to be some truth to it, so what you gonna do? Continue.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
She shrugs. Actually, you know, maybe. Perhaps not. Yeah, that's still insane, but then again, so am I. The club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together. Actually, now that I think of it, maybe it's dangerous? Where do we want to go with this? This feels apocalypse copy. This is just being, like, overly nervous about things. I don't know if I want to embrace my insanity quite that much, but maybe I do? I'm not sure anymore. Actually, come to think on it, given that your insanity in this game is measured by psyche, I'm not technically that insane. Technically, I'm not that insane. I'm just like a little bit. Perhaps not. Yeah, perhaps not.
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out.
The light is on? Continue?
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have anthropomorphic detection to perform in this district.
That is technically true, but we also have white checks to perform in this church, so... Thanks, Sona. Great. Done. Wonderful. All right. Auto-saving, apparently. Cool. Andre, how are we doing on that dance check?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
No improvement from that particular development, but that's fine. Okay.
Goodbye,
And
officer.
I still haven't finished up the Arno van Eyck thought, right? Yeah, we got 21 minutes left. But I did get a new thought, cleaning out the rooms. Let's have a look. Temporary research bonus, none. Research time, 5 hours and 35 minutes. Someone's been walking around in your dreams lately, looking for something. Tidying up, rearranging, storing away all the unrealized dreams, putting old pains in boxes. The worst nightmares have settled down for a while. A spot of light on the bedroom door after the dark. The fluttering of eyelids in the spring sun. A thought that arises only to disappear again. And yet there's a pattern emerging. And this is the thought that I got from coming to the idea that the Pale is starting to build here. This is the thought I got. Things aren't so bad as they've been before, but there's a pattern coming from it. Hinting at what's to come, I guess. Okay. All right. I wonder if I should be working on another thought. I haven't put any consideration into what I can get rid of, but basically, okay, I don't know how much of the game is left at this point, but it feels like things are kind of coming to a climax shortly here, you know? I feel like we're getting close to things, and I keep getting these thoughts which, like the Cold Mama Dakwa and cleaning out the rooms, are both pretty extensive thought times. I assume that I can make the time if need be, but I don't necessarily want to, like, put thoughts in my thought cabinet and then just sit there rereading the misogyny book over and over again just to learn about the thoughts, you know? Plus, I don't know if I can afford to spend that many skill points on it at this point. I've spent a lot of skill points on thoughts. Do I have one that There are a couple of thoughts which I've thought about getting rid of. The art degree, I don't know. Like, if I want to do the rich guys check, I need to get rid of the actual art degree because it gives me a -2 on that check. I mean, I technically could succeed at it anyway, but it's a red check, so I only get one chance. That said, it's developing a business concept for a really rich guy, right? So I feel like failing that may be okay? Anyway, we've already discussed this, I think. I think I've already discussed this here during this, so, like, maybe I should leave it alone for now. Guillaume le Million. That Psyche Cap thing, is that still being relevant these days? I suppose it might, particularly for empathy. Suggestion would be useful too if I decide to try and do anything with my suggestion, but man, it's terrible. I just stink at it. Bonus from items and bonus from thoughts is at a -3. A -3 just from thoughts. I knew about two of those. What's the third? Like, Wompty Dompty Dom Center is -2, but where's the other one? Oh, right, Wasteland of Reality, because I'm boring. Dang, I'm terrible at suggestion. I mean, the +1 psyche does give me a bit of a boost there, but still. Wompty Dompty Dom Center. If it wasn't for that +10 experience every time an encyclopedia thing kicks in, I would probably just get rid of it, because I've got plenty of money, but I need that experience, man. I think. I don't know. Oh, one more door. Hey, wait a second. Hey, wait a second. All Psyche White checks unlocked. I still have one more door. So that theory that I had, that if I got rid of the thought that made it so that the white checks didn't unlock, is bogus. I still have one more door in my brain. It just didn't actually do anything? Is it actually bugged? Wow, that's obnoxious. So it's just a -1 to half-light and absolutely nothing else? I kind of hate that. Well, that means I should definitely get rid of it. The question is, do we get rid of it now or what? Is there any benefit to keeping it? Given that it didn't do anything, no, there isn't. Great, let's... 3 skill points. I keep getting to 3 and being like, okay, it's fine, I can spend 1. And I guess I'm doing that again, so... Right, forget it. Forget one more door. Okay, and what are we going to learn in its place? Are we going to start working on a long one, or are we going to get hardcore aesthetic going, given that I no longer need the interfacing bonus? Also, fuck grammar, apparently. And I am curious where this is going, particularly given that I, just started working on it. This guy's creepy, though. This guy right here is creepy. Look at his weird crown thing, and his tube face, his little puckered mouth. What a creepy guy. This guy has no mouth. Everybody here is creepy in some fashion, huh? Well, I guess that's kind of how it goes with my thought cabinet illustrations. All right. I'm torn because I keep wanting to do these quick payoff ones, the short research time ones. But if I'm going to get started on one of these, I probably need to do it soon, don't I? Or we're never going to actually get around to finishing it. What time is it right now? It's 1 o'clock already. I've been in this church for hours, and here I am talking to myself for like 10 minutes. Okay. Koldamamadakwa. Do we just go ahead with the Koldamamadakwa? There's no research bonus, and it takes 7 hours, but if we start it now, we'll finish it before the day's out. If I want to do another thought, maybe if I get another skill point, I can consider taking in another thought. Okay, I'm going with it. Koldamamadakwa. Here it is. The invisible bird. Incorporeal. Undetectable, except for its sound. Which apparently I heard, despite it not making any noise. Okay. Where does that put me? Reaction speed. That's where it put me. That's where it puts me. All right. Let me get some reaction clothing out. Here we go. All right, we got the pants. Okay, the pants are a start. We got the fawn sneakers as well. That might be everything, though. That may very well be. That is, in fact, everything. Okay, good. Lovely, wonderful. All right, Acel, where does this put me? 42%. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wasn't there? Oh, right. Hang on. Back out. I forgot. There was, this. Pinball Maker's coat. Wasn't that I had some kind of an outfit bonus for hunting birds? Was it the Pinball Maker's coat? I'm actually not sure all of a sudden.
Welcome back.
Yes, dress code, avian investigator. That's the one. Okay. 72%. That's not bad. That's probably decent. Let's see how it goes.
O pasaro de agint. It flutters by your ear.
What does that mean? O pasare de agint. Does that just mean the silver bird? Probably, in a language I'm not familiar with. It flutters by my ear. Continue.
It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
Oh, and that's why this is a reaction speed check. It was whether I would realize or not that that's what she's referring to. Opasare de Argint. I remember now. It's a Zemlyaki term for someone who won't break under questioning, an organized crime term. Well, why don't we just start by recognizing what she's referring to here?
Excuse me?
She casually brushes her hand through her hair. Continue.
She's attempting to remain calm, but the phrase made her flinch.
And now the explanation. Someone who won't break under questioning, organized crime term. Yes, continue.
What do you mean?
The silver bird.
All right. My father was a Zemlyaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did.
She concedes, and yet you still... Well, no, I guess I shouldn't say, and yet you still use that term to describe yourself. But, like, if your father was Zemlyaki... Zemlyaki? It was Zemlyaki here, and here it's Zemlyaki. I'm guessing this is the typo, because I think she pronounced it Zemlyaki, right? Right. In any case, you know a little bit about the background there, some of the culture. Maybe it's just a phrase your father used. I don't know. Continue.
He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
There was a castle in Jamrock? What happened next? Oh, I can imagine what followed after. Never mind, I don't really want to hear any of this. I can sort of imagine what followed after, but I don't think I want to be that way in this particular interaction. Let's just ask what happened next.
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone.
She's gritting her teeth. She really didn't want to talk about this. I'm sorry. Continue.
So after his death, we had nothing left. And we were in danger. My mother had to change her name. Mine too. We left it all behind.
Are you sure about that? What about this drug lab plan? Which I technically have shut down at this point, but,
It was a stupid idea. And I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Well, I guess I'm pleased that I shut it down then. Continue.
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
For example, Kim. Continue.
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the débardeurs. Else they might get unhappy.
With the Union? So what you're saying is Evrart authorized this?
Not in person, but I let them know. You can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really.
I was gonna ask what you meant by the fat ones, but you mean Evrart and his brother, don't you? Right, I forgot about his brother for a second there. Continue.
It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning Dadwise into a corrupt business person. Unpleasant.
I am now doubly glad that I decided not to let them do this thing. Continue.
Come on, this is all fine. But you don't have anything on Everard now. That's not how these things work.
Reaction speed is trying to rein me in. We should confront Everard about this. Maybe we can manipulate him using the information added to the list. This is all good to know, but let's leave it at that. Leave it off the list. I can't imagine that'll go anywhere productive. I already know that he had interest in getting his hands involved in the drug trade business. Plus, he wasn't directly involved in this. But by the principle of more dialogue is more content, maybe I should add it to the list, even though it's stupid? Reaction speed's trying to give me an out. But given that I had to make a reaction speed check in order to succeed at this, I'm guessing I would get this regardless. So add it to the list. Why not? I don't have to do everything on the list.
No, I don't think it would lead anywhere with Evrard. He's just going to deny it.
I would imagine you're right, Kim.
Yeah. Have you seen Evrard?
She really draws out the word. I have, in fact. And it probably isn't going to lead anywhere. You're absolutely right. But it's on the list, regardless. All right, that's it for now. Good. I've managed to succeed at everything so far, which seems highly unlikely. But now we have the big one. The savoir-faire check. Have I gotten any benefits at all? Any benefits from...
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
No, we're still at 42%. Okay. Got the melody, got the beat, dance fever incoming, higher quality audio, aesthetic of anotic music. Okay, what do I have for clothing? That's the next question.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye, Andre. Okay. Clothing. Savoir-faire. I feel like I don't have much, but let's see what we got. The glasses. Is that genuinely it? I don't have any minuses. And that is in fact it. Okay. Well, that's not a great sign. That's not a great sign.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
58%. Wait, thought. Wait, a thought. I have a thought. I don't know if it's going to work.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye, Andre. When I did the karaoke, I got a bonus from wearing a Party Dragon silk robe. Because there was a plus drama in electrochemistry, and, you know, it gave me the costume bonus. Does that work here? Wow, that's a look. It's not quite as severe as the mesh. Do I have a reason not to wear the mesh? and we'll do the Froggles, just to complete the effect, you know. That with Renee's pants. I didn't even consider that. All right, what do you think?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Nope, that didn't do anything. Okay. Is there
Goodbye,
anything?
officer.
Do I have anything that? What is that? What is this? Hey, what's this? A prayer book has been left open. It sure has. Do I just have more perception right now? I do. That's what it is. Okay, gotcha. All right. Do I have anything that would be good for dancing? Probably not. Laborer jeans, probably not. I'm just going to try on some other clothes and see if I can find anything that'll benefit me on this front, okay? Hang on for a second. I do not want to fail this. Okay, let's try this out. Andre?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Did I call him Angus earlier? Did I refer to him as Angus earlier? Why does it feel like I did that? No bonus, okay.
Goodbye, officer.
Okay. It may be that I'm stuck with this 58%, but let me take one more stab at it before I commit. What about the disco ass blazer, though? I hadn't even thought about it, but it's disco ass. It's specifically disco ass. What if I... Hey, oh wait, that drops my savoir faire. Specifically, that drops my savoir faire. I am tempted, though, to try putting on my initial clothing and see if that gives me a bonus here. It might not. It might not, honestly, but... Let's just try it out. Let's see if there's a costume bonus, you know? I'm guessing there won't be, but... In that case, should I put on my tie? Maybe. Let's just go all the way. The original clothing, aside from with extra gloves and glasses and hat and all that, you know? Where's my tie? Where's my tie? There it is. Does any of that help?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Did I take off my only... Wait, no. Why is it so much lower? Do I have a hidden penalty from something? I only lost 1 point, I think, by putting on the shoes. Hang on.
Goodbye, officer.
Is it just the shoes? Genuinely? What if I'm barefoot? Hey, what if I'm barefoot?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
I still only have... I'm 10%... I'm lower. Something is penalizing me, and I don't know what. Or do I?
Goodbye, officer.
Is it the pants? Are the pants minus savoir faire? They are. Oh, wow. I actually had 2 minus savoir faire items when I started out. All right, let's put on some shoes. You may as well wear some shoes. And we'll go back to the jeans. And I guess we'll just try it like this. And see what we can do, all right? All right.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Okay, no words. Just dance. We have a slightly better than even chance. Come on. I haven't messed it up yet. That's a bad thing to mention. It feels like it'll be perfect timing for me to mess up the last one. Come on. Dang it.
You close
Dang
your
it.
eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
No. Continue.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Thank you for that, limbic system. Are we actually going to fail dance? Continue.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, Who knows what will happen?
This seems like it's going to give me another chance, doesn't it? Also, I healed up that morale damage that I took earlier. Thank you, electrochemistry. Continue.
Salvation.
Salvation could happen if I were to up the dose. Oh, up the dose! You want me to take drugs and then dance. And Inland Empire supports this wholeheartedly. And it did not unlock the thing. So if I want to try it, I have to spend a skill point.
Goodbye, officer.
How many do I have? 2. And even if I do, it's not a guaranteed thing. Is there anything else? Do I have... Okay, go to my map. Go to my map. Savoir faire. Andre. That's the one I just failed. There is nothing else. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. No, we can't leave it like this. I have to dance. I have to succeed. This isn't an option. Please don't make me spend 2 skill points. Please don't make me spend 2 skill points. Oh, man. This is so risky. I don't have the resources to be doing this, but I've been so lucky so far. Just one try. Just the one try. Just the one try. Andre.
Oh, hey, man.
Andre.
Good to see you.
72%. Come on, you gotta let me do this, man. You've got to let me succeed, man. It's not Andre's job to make me succeed. I have to do it myself. This is within me. It's not him. This is the least savoir-faire-ish way to go about this particular check. I know. No words. Just dance. Come on. Come on.
You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go?
Which one exactly? Continue.
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind.
2 things, quick. First off, that's a great way to describe it. Second off, they didn't say vertebrae, they said vertebrate. And technically they also said mind instead of spine. But either way, I like where you're going with this. Do continue.
Here it will begin.
Where did the church go? Where did the music go? What was that about unformed skulls? I want all these things. Start with the church.
Who fucking cares?
Good. I'm scared. I hate waking life. I hate this world. I hate and fear everything. All I want is to dance. Please, God, let me dance. I don't want to hate and fear everything. I want to dance, but I don't want to hate and fear everything. This is probably the right answer, but there are no right answers. Choose what you want. Good.
No, not good.
Not good. Continue.
Orgasme.
Where did the music go?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone.
No, really, why can't I hear anything? Concentrate on hearing. Let's concentrate on hearing.
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified.
And so what was that about unformed skulls?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one.
What?
Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn.
I'm a skull Pez dispenser? Is that what you're saying? Also, you also said vertebrate instead of vertebrae, which leads me to believe that the person who did the voice for Spinal Cord is the same person who did the voice for Ancient Reptilian Brain, and bravo! That's some range you got there. Continue.
To rule the world.
Oh my God, is that true? As it ought to be. Where is it? Who are you? Where is it? The one that I'm in? The vertebrae that I'm in? I am curious who you are. I don't know if I get to choose all of these. Probably these two are mutually exclusive, but maybe this one follows up. As it ought to be.
In the spinal cord!
The delivery was really good. What do you want? What's happening? I'm ready. What do you want?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
My spinal cord is? Well, let's let it bust a move then. Why would I go this far and then not bust a move? I feel like it's not even going to let me not, but I'm going to do it. We're doing it.
Foolhardy, do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
Could be. Perhaps it's not up to me whether I bust a move or not, since the moves are already being busted at the moment. Is that what you're saying? Continue.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn.
That's not been my experience with dancing when you haven't done it for a while, but maybe I guess it feels good while you're doing it, and then later on you pay for it. But we're not at later on yet, are we? No, not yet. Continue.
As you open your eyes, you should scream, hyper, hyper. It seems appropriate.
You're darn right it does. Hyper, or just open your eyes and dance like you've never danced before. We're starting with hyper.
You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism.
Look at
a
me
flesh
go.
and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads. Entirely, rigidly imbecilic, without pity or fear.
And I've still got this multi-tool going on, and when I do these spins, I'm going to accidentally kill someone. Continue.
Free from self-awareness. No deliberation. Only, and I mean only, execution.
By every definition possibly if someone gets too close. Continue.
Oh my god! No way!
The Speed Freak's would-be leader stands slack-jawed in disbelief at the hardcoreness on display. He whispers to himself, "No way. Yes way! Hard cop! This is really happening!" Where are we going with this? Where are we going? I believe this is really happening.
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second.
Continue. Then blasts into the same hideous pattern, yelling accordingly. That's not the same pattern at all. That's entirely different. That's Egghead's own pattern. Continue.
He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm.
Turn to his cell. What are you doing? Dance point to Andre. It's the law. Kim, get in here. Call for the lieutenant to join you. Is there anything more I can do? I want to break the limit. Guys, I'm out of juice. Stop. No, we're getting everybody in on this. The cell first. What are you doing?
The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
Continue.
Asil, aren't you going to dance?
Apparently you're not either, Sona, but we'll get to that later. Continue.
No. Recording.
She turns to Sona, then back to you. She briskly shakes her head and puts her headphones back on. Oh, come on, Estelle!
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work.
Okay, fair enough. Continue.
She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music.
Ha! We got her! Dance, Andre! It's the law!
The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion.
That's different from what you were doing before. It's a lot wigglier. It's gonna have to do, isn't it? It's a work in progress, I feel like, but at least he's trying. Kim, get in here!
What's going on here? Delinquents.
The lieutenant looks at you and the Speed Freaks grinding around in the church, a group of unhinged lunatics. Delinquency grumbles. Continue.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency.
Code 31. I don't remember Code 31. It's been too long. I said get in here and dance. Say to yourself on second thought, maybe I don't need to involve the lieutenant in this pioneering dance-off. No, Code 31. Code 31!
The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The lights reflect off his glasses.
Continue.
He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality.
Oh, you can do it, Kim. I believe in you. Come on, continue.
A Code 31 emergency? Really?
Yes, officer in need of assistance. On the dance floor. It's not really an emergency, Kim. I lied. I'm sorry, Kim. I thought it would be funny to call it Code 31. I didn't even know it was a real code. No, I need assistance here, Kim. On the dance
The
floor.
lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look.
Come on, man. Come on.
What's happening?
The lieutenant is forced to yell over the futuristic music blasting from the speakers. I'm undercover. I have become Dance, the destroyer of worlds. I'm not doing anything. The music made up its mind a long time ago. I'm just implementing. Help, Kim. I think I'm turning into some kind of hyperstar. But I only get to pick one of them. I'm doing this one. The music made up its mind a long time ago. I'm just implementing. Yes, that one.
Good for you. Rock on then.
He looks around the church hall. Hey, I called you to dance. We ain't going anywhere before we tear shit up. I feel like I'm failing. I feel like this isn't working. Okay. I did. He knows.
What?
Breakthrough imminent. Authority. I did say there was an emergency on the dance floor, did I not? The emergency! Not enough cam! Authority, legendary 14. That's it. Don't let the lieutenant leave without getting his hardcore on. Nothing, it was nothing, leave him be. I don't get to try again. It's a red check. Okay, we're starting with not enough cam. +1 respect you, +3 outrank him, +1 dancing. So infectious, but that's still only a 42% chance because my authority is so terrible. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it authority of all things? I need this to succeed. We're starting with the thing that's not a check. Not enough Kim.
Oh, come on, hurry.
Come on. 58%. 58%. Do not fail me now. I must not fail now. Come on.
What's harder
No.
than a little bit of
No. No! What do I do? I have never been so tempted to save scum in my entire life. How was I supposed to know that I would need to have authority? I could have put away my clipboard if I'd known. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Kenton. It's not as if it's not bad enough that I failed, but I have to say this? Apparently dance, monkey fucker.
Excuse me, what?
Continue.
No. Stop immediately. Stop dancing and apologize.
Stop, I don't know what got into me. I'm so sorry, I just lost control for a minute. That one.
Dance? Monkey fucker?
He repeats. Continue.
Then a breath of cold sea air fills the church as the lieutenant opens the door and steps out.
I hate this. Is there anything more I can do? I want to break the limit. I don't anymore. I didn't stop dancing either. I specifically said to stop. Stop.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Continue.
Man! Now!
The would-be leader stutters with excitement.
Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
Continue.
End of human development. Mission complete.
The mission here is complete, apparently.
Hope I remember those moves, man.
Continue.
Don't worry, man. I'll remember them.
I can't not look at the thought. I'm gonna looking at the thought. Let's just do it.
Arno van Eyck.
Sure.
Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise.
Right.
Van Eyck is an Oranese disc jockey, but those people get around, especially in Revachol, in the clubs on Boogie Street. Perhaps he stayed here for a short stint and discarded part of the song he was working on, just threw it away. And then it ended up in the Hawthorn tree. But why? Did he think it was retrograde? It wasn't. Perhaps he caught a glimpse of the future and did not want for it to arrive just yet. Perhaps the city whispered the top line to him, and he was frightened by it.
I'm sorry, my brain's just buzzing with white noise. I can't believe that. I can't believe that! I'm going to step outside the church and see how it resolves, but I very well might reload and redo that. I don't like saves coming, but that... I don't know if I can tolerate that. It's one thing to fail to get Kim to dance, it's another thing to go that way with it. Bonuses. All motorist white checks unlocked. Reveals Arno van Eyck gig posters in the world. Ike. Sure. Accept. Sure. I'll probably get rid of that one. Eventually. Kim.
It's colder outside than you were expecting. You see the lieutenant standing there, a small cloud of white escaping from his mouth.
Continue.
He turns to you, but says nothing.
Continue.
He's waiting to see what you do. For God's sake, say you fucked up. Please.
I wish I could say it more firmly than this, but I think I fucked up back there.
You think?
Okay, scratch that. I definitely fucked up.
Yes. And?
And I should apologize. I don't know why I'm saying and with a question mark.
The lieutenant stares impassively.
Continue.
What are you? A petulant child? He expects you to apologize.
And I expect me to apologize as well, and I'm sorry.
Let me ask you something.
He leans in to inspect you.
What do you see when you look at me?
A sail light, just a guy, a binoclard. Just a guy.
Yeah, that's what most people say. But do you know what they don't say?
Continue.
Revacholien.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose they don't.
I don't suppose anyone ever questions whether you belong here. Whatever your faults, you're a solid detective. You're obviously Revacholien.
Yeah, continue.
I was born here. I grew up here. It's the only home I've ever known. And there's a good chance I'll die in the line of duty here, too.
Continue.
But to most of my countrymen, I will always be some monkey fucker.
To me, you're my partner. That really sucks, man. It feels really hollow to say this, given what I just said in there, but... To me, you're my partner. For a moment, the lieutenant seems to be suppressing something uncomfortable. Then he clears his throat.
The lieutenant's not comfortable with emotional openness. He's eager to change the subject.
Continue.
Well, good, because we are partners. Now, I have some personal matters I'd like to get in order. If you don't object, I'm going to leave the rest of the day's investigation to you.
Oh. Go ahead, or wait, I wasn't done. I'm guessing I can't stop him from leaving. But if there's more to say, I want to say it. He might not let me, though. I might not get the chance. I have to try.
Try not to break anything while I'm gone. I'll see you in the morning, Detective.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I want to reload, want to redo it, but that almost feels disingenuous at this point. That's a significant thing to go back and just say it didn't happen. Whether I like it or not, it did. I don't know what I can possibly do with the rest of the day without him. I've read all my books. Sit on a bench a few dozen times, except Gaston's there. I gotta think real hard about whether I want to try and retcon that. It goes against how I play this game, but I hate that. I hate that. But the fact of the matter is an option. It's something that Harry had, something that came out of him when he wasn't paying attention. And maybe I should just put up with it. Well, I guess I'll decide before next time. So thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.